Magandang morning. Peter Atrica po sa programang Balita Patan. Been a long time, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Rika and Peter. Okay naman ako. Kamusta kayo? At maganda umaga din sa inyong mga tagapanood at taga-subaybay.
Ayan,
Thank
thank you
you so much,
po.
Attorney Joseph. So, eto na po yung tanong. Dahil talaga namang nakaka-impress kapag ikaw nagre-research at merong gustong malaman no, sa iba't ibang subject matters. Kapag ikaw nag-AI or chat GPT sa iba, ano pa bang ibang ano ngayon? Why is it ano po parang hindi dapat na ginagawa ng mga estudyante yung pag-consult o paggamit ng AI app? What is the rule on this if there is one?
Siguro, doon muna tayo sa, I would say, una, may positive naman yon yung report na yun. Parang sabi 3 out of 4 ba students use AI in parang writing and paraphrasing. Siguro ang isang magandang takeaway din doon is that there's this enthusiasm sa ating mga students to use AI and technology. Something that declines, di ba, over age. O, kaya lang, ang hindi naman, ang downside nun is ready ba yung ating educational system to match that enthusiasm? So yun nabanggit mo, Peter, na meron bang na-violate? Sa ngayon, wala nga tayong rules or guidelines in the use of AI sa ating mga eskwelahan, lalo na sa public schools. So how can we say na merong na-violate? Pero in general, of course, may isip agad natin yung academic dishonesty, di ba? Parang you're supposed to learn how to do things, you're supposed to be trained in critical thinking, problem solving. So hindi pwedeng instant yung sagot na hindi mo naintindihan paano mo nakuha yung tamang construction ng sentences and other problems na nasusolve ng AI. And it opens also a lot of issues 'di ba? Parang meron tayong digital divide. Maraming estudyante, walang technology, walang device, and then suddenly you have this percentage of students using AI. So parang I think this should lead to more researches and studies. Kasi sa isang banda, maisip mo, parang natututo sila sa maling paraan. Pero pag tiningnan mo naman kung gaano rin tayo kalayo, no? At gaano kalalim na yung ating learning crisis, maisip mo parang baka bet sa lagay natin, sa sama ng lagay ng ating education system, parang better na may kahit paano natututo sila through AI rather than looking at problems on lack of teachers, lack of textbooks, 'di ba? Zero proficiency pagdating ng senior high. Parang if you put this all together, parang better nga na kahit papaano meron nakagamit ng AI at may natuto doon.
Nung unang panahon, ang tawag po namin dyan ay kodigo. Ngayon ay AI.
Oo nga eh. Pero yung kodigo may effort ka pa rin eh. 'Di ba? Effortan mo pa rin. Iisipin mo ano ba yung ilalagay mo. But
Sa AI kasi, cut and
ipaprompt mo,
paste.
yun nga, ipaprompt mo na lang.
Di ba? Yung sa totoo lang, pag nakita ko, Tapos another thing Attorney Joseph hindi naman lahat ng sinasabi ng AI tama. Di ba?
Correct.
Opo. So bakit ganun? Of course, the developed countries are very much advanced in making rules and regulations and guidelines on the use of AI. Bakit ba tayo wala pa yata?
O nga, medyo behind tayo doon. I agree with you, Peter. So yung binabanggit mo kanina, it is something na yung that talks about media literacy. No? It's the same as critical thinking pero more focused on media, no, social media, AI, digital technology. Yung basic na pagturo sa ating mga estudyante, how for example, how can you tell whether something is fake news or not, no? How do you say something is really accurate or not? Or how reliable this information that you see on the internet. Ito ay part of media literacy. So hindi rin pwedeng kokopyahin mo na lang kung ano yung unang makita mo. How do you validate, no? How do you fact check among other things? Yan dapat I think soon, dapat maging part na ng curriculum yan ng mga ating mga estudyante.
Mhm. Kung babalikan po natin kung paano ginagamit, no, yung on the report, meron po tinatawag na generative AI. Ito po yung yung gagamitin mo to paraphrase what you wrote, at yung iba naman ginagamit talaga to literally write the whole thing for them. Of course, we don't want our kids to ask AI to literally write their assignment for them, 'di ba? Kasi gusto nga natin silang mahasa, mag-isip. But kung generative AI na ginagamit din ng napakaraming matatanda na, aminin po natin 'yan, hindi po ba it also hampers your skills in a way, dahil instead of, yung essays natin na write in 3,000 words your answer sa ganitong tanong, masasanay ka na mag-isip, paano ko pa ba papahabain ang thought na ito, you lose that. So if we allow this to happen, hindi po ba instead of it being a generative tool, nagiging degenerative doon sa capacity ng mga kabataan natin ito?
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, AI should be a tool, no, for learning. It should not substitute
Yeah.
the learning itself. So tama kayo dun. So I think hindi lang sa estudyante, ito eye-opener itong mga studies na ito, kundi pati sa ating mga teachers, no, that they also need training so that they can also handle students who use AI. And I don't think we can totally ban it, no? Because parang
Oh,
pareho
yeah.
to nung cellphone nung araw eh. Parang di ba?
Oo.
Yung bringing cellphones. Hindi mo naman technology, you have to adapt, no, to technology. You can regulate but you cannot totally ban. So I think we also need to adapt, no, to the environment of learning now, no, which also involves AI. So yung ethical use and proper administrative considerations, I think yan ang kailangan talaga sa ating mga schools.
And how do teachers or check yung assignments if these are AI generated? Kasi ang sinasabi, attorney, AI yan, gumagamit ng M-dash eh. Paano yung mga katulad namin na sanay kami mag-M-dash dahil pinag-aralan talaga namin yan. Di ba? So, ano po ba ang ginagawa ng mga teachers ngayon to check kung eto ay AI yan, hindi ikaw nagsulat niyan? Dapat po nag-a-adjust din tayo on that, di ba?
Alam mo, sa mga kwentuhan ko sa ating mga teachers, they do it the old-fashioned way. Kasi magagaling ang ating mga teachers they profile their students. So they know them. So very obvious, biglang magaling gumamit ng English, walang nauulit na words. Pero I think may technology din dyan. Alam ko, to check AI, should also be AI, di ba? As a tool to do that.
Yun na
If you
nga.
want to be more accurate. Oo. Pero other than that, ngayon, old-fashioned way.
So, ang ginagawa ng mga teachers, Attorney Joseph, ina-algorithm nila yung mga estudyante, gano'n.
Ikaw, ang isipan mo ay pang ganito lang.
Hindi ka marunong umingles.
Oo,
Sa
hindi ka
totoo
naman
lang.
magaling.
Bakit biglang
ngayon?
impressive na itong mga sinasubmit mo?
Compartmental.
Masyado yatang judgmental yun, Attorney Joseph.
No, hindi, I don't mean it that way. 'Di ba yung sila tinatrack kasi nila, so they know yung pacing ng pagtuturo, and then suddenly you jumped into more complex ideas, for example. So they would know, parang teka, nag-advance yung hindi pa natin pinag-aaralan to, na-apply mo na.
Oo
So
nga.
they are able to determine it that way.
Yeah, pero this is very interesting, but at the same time, tama po kayo, dahil naalala ko noong I was
Nag-aaral
taking up
ka rin.
accounting.
Oo.
Bago pa lang ang calculator noon eh.
Oo.
Bawal kaming gumamit ng calculator.
Paano kayo gumagamit ng calculator? Paano kayo nagko-compute ng manual?
Mano-mano.
Wala
Kaya
ng calculator?
at that time, medyo pa siya, divisive pa siya.
Oo.
No, you shouldn't use that. Pag exam, wala kang calculator, wala
Oo.
kang abacus
Oo.
pa nga.
Bakos.
Ganon din yung AI ngayon. So it's something new, but at the same time, there are a lot of good things that can be derived from it. Tama, Attorney Joseph?
Yes. Talagang it should be something positive. Una, sabi ko nga, at least interesado mga estudyante at updated sila.
Yeah.
Kasi sabi mo nga, yung mga nasa advanced age na ayaw nang mag-adapt sa AI. So, there's hope for that. But we have to provide the learning environment for them to thrive. Hindi
Yeah.
not to stop them, not to prohibit them. This is not bad, but we have to catch up. Yung ating education system should catch up to it. Kasi kung ang pinag-uusapan na AI, tayo nasa backlog pa rin ng classrooms, mahaba-haba ang habulin natin, di ba?
Correct. Oo. Nako, it's really no? It's impressive, it's amazing. Nagpagawa ako ng Attorney Enrica, nagpagawa ako ng please make me a
An email?
40th anniversary logo for a restaurant
Oo.
in less than 2 minutes.
Nakagawa.
Nakagawa. Ang ganda ng logo.
Diba?
Oo.
Sorry naman sa creatives natin, hindi na kayo kailangan. AI libre pa.
Uy, wag naman ganun.
Ganun ba yun?
But
Mawala
yes.
tayong trabaho.
But yes, okay. Attorney Joseph, maraming salamat po. It's been a very interesting discussion. And we hope to talk to you again, sir.